forecast for this November 8th, Friday, with a 100% chance. Awesome. I'm Carl Azus for CNN 10. You don't have to look hard on social media to find opinions concerning politics, but the political ads you see could be changing in some way or another as the 2020 U.S. presidential election approaches. Targeted political advertisements are controversial. On one hand, they can give campaigns a way to reach and inspire specific voters and to share information that voters might not see elsewhere. On the other, they can deepen divisions among social media users and spread information that may not be true. You've heard the term fake news. Social media companies profit from political ads. The re-election campaign of U.S. President Donald Trump has spent more than $14 million on Facebook ads this year, and the election campaigns of the top two Democratic spenders on Facebook, candidates Tom Steyer and Pete Buttigieg, have also spent a combined total of $14 million. Twitter's decided to get rid of targeted political advertisements altogether. Its CEO says a political message can earn reach when people retweet it or follow the account, but that these messages shouldn't be bought by political campaigns and then forced on Twitter users. Google is a question mark. The Wall Street Journal reports that the technology company is considering changing its policies when it comes to political ads. If that happens, it could affect what you see across all of Google's platforms, like YouTube. Facebook's also considering rule changes concerning political ads, and that might include sharing info about who paid for an advertisement. But it doesn't look like Facebook is going to start fact-checking the ads that run on its platform. Facebook's executives say it's not their place to decide whether an ad is true or false, and supporters of the policy say that's the job of journalists anyway. Opponents say Facebook allows false information to be spread if an ad's found to be untrue, and they're concerned that campaigns could abuse that freedom on Facebook. Could these companies pick and choose which ads are allowed based on their own fact-checking? Yes, but doing that has brought them accusations of censorship and bias in the past. 10-second trivia. Which of these nations was once a satellite state of the Soviet Union? West Germany, Poland, Venezuela, or Russia? Poland was once a Soviet satellite state, meaning it was under the communist control of the USSR. And it's the signs of those times, literally neon signs from when Poland was under Soviet control, that are attracting visitors to a museum in the capital of Warsaw. They don't advertise brand names or restaurants like the neon signs of America. They were mostly stylized ways to let people know where they'd find venues like theaters or appliances for sale. These relics of the Cold War era caught the eye of a British graphic designer who was vacationing in Poland in 2005. His efforts to preserve history led to Europe's first neon museum.
This is the Neon Museum in Warsaw, Poland.
Neon signs in the West, of course, they're all about the free market. These are different.
After the death of Stalin in 1953, repression and censorship eased across the Soviet bloc. Poland launched a neonization campaign to capture some of the glamour of Western cities. They hired the best designers to beautify the country.
The authorities used neon to placate, to bamboozle the local populations into believing that all was good. These were sensitively created for the local environments, for the public, for the people. No brands, no logos, just symbols and calm statements.
After communism fell in the early 1990s, authorities dismantled the neon lights, as highlighted in Eric Bednarski's film Neon. The Neon Museum in Warsaw celebrates what's left behind.
I think we have something like 250 neon signs in total. They seem to flood into our collection, and they're all donations. We lose so much of our urban history without noticing. And as an outsider, as a foreigner with fresh eyes, I could see that there was something here that was being taken down, demolished, removed. There is nostalgia from perhaps the older generation. Today's generation are much more visually oriented. I think people are here for the history, the design, and the aesthetic.
The CNN heroes we follow throughout the year, the ordinary people who are making extraordinary differences in their communities and beyond. don't just get their stories told on CNN. They're honored at a star-studded event in December, and the winner from that group, the CNN Hero of the Year, is given a prize to supercharge his or her cause. These are the top 10 CNN heroes.
I'm Anderson Cooper. All year long, we've been introducing you to some inspiring individuals who are changing the world. We call them CNN Heroes. Now it's time to announce the top 10 CNN Heroes of 2019. Here they are. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Stacey Alonso is keeping women and their furry loved ones together at her inclusive domestic violence shelters.
How's your apprenticeship going? Are you learning a lot?
Najat Bazzi is delivering hope in Detroit by giving basic necessities and job training to women and their children. From Denver, Colorado, after seeing families lose their homes to California's worst wildfire, Woody Faircloth is providing refurbished RVs to displaced survivors. In Ethiopia, Ferweni Mabratu is changing the lives of women and girls. Donkeys across America suffer neglect and abuse. Mark Myers from San Angelo, Texas, is saving these often overlooked animals by the thousands.
That's some good stuff right there.
From Dallas, Texas, Richard Miles served 15 years in prison for a crime he did not commit.
At the end of the day, be confident in your change.
Today, he's helping other former inmates navigate the challenges of returning home.
Long neck, just find the length.
In Española, New Mexico, an area devastated by the opioid crisis, Roger Montoya is giving young people hope and healing through the arts. Mary Robinson from Mountainside, New Jersey, is helping families who are grieving cope with the loss of their loved ones.
I'm on a date on Ocean for Life, that's for sure.
From Mumbai, India, Afroz Shah has inspired the world's largest beach cleanup and sparked a volunteer movement to save the ocean.
Can I go play some video games?
And from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Zach Weigel has turned gaming into therapy for sick kids in hospitals. Congratulations to the top 10 CNN Heroes of 2019. Now it's time for you to decide who should be named CNN Hero of the Year and receive $100,000 to continue their work. Just go to CNNHeroes.com to learn how to vote for the CNN Hero who inspires you the most. And be sure to tune in to CNN Heroes and All-Star Tribute as we celebrate all of this year's honorees, live from New York, Sunday, December 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern.
If you had an unlimited supply of quarters, how long do you think you could play pinball? No one's ever done that as long as this guy. Ryan Clancy recently attempted a new pinball world record, and he didn't just do it for the glory, he did it to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. Ryan had to keep his fingers on the flippers except to eat and drink. He was allowed a 5-minute break every hour, and after 32 hours and 2 minutes, the pinball wizard had taken the plunger and launched his name into the record books. In pinball, the playfield is never level. That's how the game is ramped up. And Clancy had to tilt things in his favor by springing into action and staying on the path while making sure nothing bumpered him off course. You know we're not arcading you when we say he really had to give a flip to defy gravity in scoring the new record. I'm Carl Azuz, always having a ball on CNN.